Something loose in there. Hey neighbor, sorry for that explosive start, but my name is John. It's time for a track review of the lead single Past the Nirvana by Pierce the Veil from their upcoming 5th studio album. They're a post-hardcore, metalcore band that have also flirted pretty heavily, most notably on their 2016 LP Misadventures, with the poppier side of things, even a few electronics. They've never shied away from a pop hook, and that's been clear since the early 2010s, I would say albums like Selfish Machines. I got hooked on them both with that record and, of course, Collide with the Sky, which I consider one of my top 100 favorite albums of all time, and even with the understandable departure of one of their members, Mike Fuentes, after some allegations had resurfaced, it's still an album that I had found myself looking forward to and foaming at the mouth for almost for years now. My blackened heart opened wide once again after they began teasing music. They were seen in the studio with Paul Meany of MuteMath fame. I really love that band. Check them out if you're not familiar. Most notably, for some of those who maybe don't even listen to that band, you might know him for producing Trench by 21 Pilots. I think it's probably their best album overall, so hearing the fact that he would be crossing over with a heavier style of music here with Pierce the Veil, I was excited, even if I was a little bit hesitant at the thought of there being so many outside co-writers. Past the Nirvana is an incredible tune. It was a jolt of lightning. I felt it in my bones from the very first listen. After Vic Fuentes says, yeah, lightly, nothing else stays that way. Light. It all gets very heavy. It kind of has almost these concrete shoes, a very grungy feel to it. And I love that affectation that just dirties up the mix while still remaining friendly to the poppier at the same time. It lends itself to many different genres, and as Pierce the Veil have said several times in the past, they always like to keep a hint of their Mexicore in there, or what is also known as like a Latin influence to their music. You can definitely hear a slight flavor. It's almost like squirting a lime into a drink. You know instantly that it's Pierce the Veil. Immediately we're blasted with a wall of sound like something out of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World when everybody's just blown away. It's an incredible noise, and I love how hard the riff goes. The mixing on this track is spot on. I love that we can hear the detailed bass just popping off, going a little bit nuts in the background. The guitars from Jamie are just incredible, and I love the fact that they got this band that's now technically a 3-piece, reaching out to other people that seem to get what they're going for. Kudos to Vic Fuentes for going all out with a dramatic flair. I mean, I didn't expect anything less, but at the same time, you never know if they're gonna lose their edge. They've been away for 6 years with no new music, and now we finally have something. I immediately sunk my teeth into Vic's performance in particular because he shows so much range. It's a sarcastic track in many ways. It also kind of plays around with the listener. It plays coy, but then pops the fuck off. It absorbs the apathy and turns it into anger in a way that, yes, will remind a lot of people maybe of Nirvana, but I would also say, beyond the musicality, Rage Against the Machine. Vocally, I think that Vic nails this take that he's trying to do, almost a hip-hop affectation. He sings his ass off, he talks, he also throws in some screaming. The pre-chorus just goes so hard, and I love the breakdown of the track, although I would have loved to have seen it explored and opened just a little bit more. Something I noticed that I really like towards the beginning of the second verse, they say, "This is only a distraction." I love the way that that comes through distorted in the background, and then it's swing, batter up, let's play. And then you get the sound effect of a bat cracking out a ball. I'm a baseball fan, okay? Let me have this one. Most importantly, this song goes hard in the paint. I found myself headbanging almost the entire time, smiling, beaming wide, not just because Pierce the Veil were back, but because they delivered something that really connected the bridge between their old selves and something new at the same time, but they did not take their foot off the gas pedal because this still slams so hard. It's a fucking banger. It's heavy as hell, just in a grungier, more different type of way. You probably saw this coming from a mile away, but of course it has my stamp of approval. A massive thumbs up for Past the Nirvana. I think this is gonna get a lot of plays out of me, and I'm very excited for the album to land, and I would love to know what you guys are thinking as well. Should I rank their albums once they're all out? If you want to see that in the future, please hit the like button, let me know in the comments, check out some more of my PTV videos on screen, and I'll be back soon for more on Beyond ARTV.